I have a shelving unit. Actually, I have two. One of them, on one of the shelves, I've made a drawer. Not in optimal working condition at this moment. It works, but it's currently filled with all of my power tools. But it sets the basis for my plan with this. There are in total 4 shelves, not including the top. They're also super deep, big spaces in between the shelves. And as you can see, I have slight hoarding tendencies. That's hoarding. Regardless, what I'm doing today is I'm going to be making a series of drawer shelves. Like you see up top here, this little guy. I've already cut the side pieces, of which there are 4, to length, height. Now it's all a matter of figuring out the correct dimensions properly, and how many drawers I want, sizes, and all of that fun nerd stuff. I've drawn the first line now on one of the sides. I'm going to be using plywood for the framework. So this might be confusing, but bear with. This line, that's just, for now, the first drawer. This is plural. I'm going to cut the center line first, because I've decided I don't want a large drawer. So I did a little screw up that I was so cautious in trying not to do. You've probably already seen it. I followed the line to make the cut, and that should have set off alarm bells. It's fine, I'll fill this in and I'll cut it on this side. No matter. I know this isn't the ideal way to cut dados? Question mark? But at the moment it's the best I'm able to do, because my crosscut sled is God knows where, if even still. Wait, is it that one? I think. You know, actually. Yeah! I have actually made sure to cut on the same and also, hopefully, correct sides of the cut to ensure that they all line up still. This is going to be the top of the cabinet. So this is going to be cut out as well. Dado for the main wall in the middle to be slotted into. And as well, I'm going to make one across. This is how it looks currently. Oh yeah. That one's supposed to go this way. But that's, at the moment, neither here or there. Hello again. If you can see the smoke, don't mind it. It's a dull saw blade and a stingy cut. This is how far I've gotten. I've managed to make the inside wall, so everything's nice and super supported now. Nothing is glued yet. This is just dado. And it's holding together super nicely, which is good. A couple of screws and some glue, and this will be perfect. I wanted to test to see the flex of the plywood, and when only supported on either side. And I'm surprised. This is actually quite decent. Right, so it's been about week, something. It's been a lot to set up. I put some screws in, top and bottom, straighten everything out. Although I've been kind of precise in lining it up like this, width-wise, less so. Some of these are too thin, some of the shelves are too long. So we're gonna fix that. And just like that, one side is done. What I ended up doing here, I got all of the shelves in with a sort of friction fit. Beat them in with a mallet. Except for the top one, which I kind of messed up a little bit. It's a little short, it's a little loose, but you know, wood glue will suffice. Now for the big dun dun dun, I completely forgot that I wanted to put in separations. Now, shockingly, I wasn't able to find my... This is how well frictioned on it is. Well, in. But it's only at the right side towards the back end. Okay, well, huge relief. Next step now is going to be measuring out so I know where to cut down the middle. It seemed to be I don't necessarily want to get it stuck. Now it's on to the super difficult part. Aligning cuts. Halfway through either piece, halfway through there, halfway through there. It's currently slotted halfway. Can you see it? Fingers for death. Anyway, there we go. Now, we've got to cut the corresponding cuts in the shelves. And having already cut this, that should be a walk in the park. There, like so. And okay, so it's starting to bottom out. Where's my mallet? Right. It turned out pretty good. Pretty good. This turned out better than expected. These are going to make some handsome little drawer spaces. Right now, I know they look like mail carrier, well, mail shelves for like some sad council office in the late 70s. I'm not going to do all too much about changing that fact. I'm going to put drawers in them anyway, so they're going to be it's going to be useful. Now, why didn't I put a divider in here? After saying, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 minutes ago, that I didn't need So drawers that were the entire depth deep. The first one I made is separation, because it's supposed to hinge outward from the shelving unit. Which means that this one is supposed to sit in the back. Three out of five, and that's 2 less than expected, but it's only because I have to start partitioning a new board and it's all the way over there. Okay, for now that should suffice. Smooth, 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 smooth. Okay, so the next step then. Whoa! There's life in this one. There, after this one, I'm placing this. I might actually make a this, and like this on the inside. This is pretty. There, and which means shoot next to my fingers. There! That will hopefully do for our first drawer here. Fingers crossed. Oh, I fucked those up. Ah, it's fine. Which side was front? It was this side. Yes. Anyway, with those 5 drawers being done in only a matter of weeks, I'm probably going to have a lot of fun, staying positive, making 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 20 more drawers. At least they'll be smaller. Nah. Here are 40 sides, minus the width of ply twice, so that they fit in between, or I think it's called book match, book ending, bookkeeping, whatever. Drawers. Well, to be fair, I'm gonna make 40 frames first, and because of poor planning on the planning department side, I have to cut the bottoms to fit in afterwards. Shouldn't be too much work. I adjusted this, well, modified my square by turning it into a jig, so that I can make this at least somewhat more efficient. Put this side piece here on like that, put the front piece like so, glue that, staple that together with a nail gun, and Bob's your uncle. Here then are all 20 boxes glued up and accounted for. Everything's in order. What I'm going to do now is let this just sit and cure up. I'm done with the noisy, well, I still need to cut the bottoms. I decided for the bottoms that I'm going to use this spare piece off. Oh, what's this? It's not particle board. It's not ply either. Whatever this is. Mushed together, ground up piece of wood. Made into a board. With all that said and done, here are now my 20 drawers, more or less completed. All I need now is a cutout for my finger to pull them out. Maybe some mechanism to hold them in place so they don't, whee! Here, as you can see, is my take on abstract art. It really isn't. I'm going to sand down the drawers now so they all fit reasonably. And here's the next box. Twice the amount of shelves times 2. This is going to be so much fun, not repetitive at all. Oh no. I'm not saying it's been a while, I'm not saying it's not been a while. We're back to this. A way to get these out easily. I think I'll be able to get away with taking it on the corner here and just running it. Yeah, I'll be able to do that.
I was in fact not able to do that.
That leaves me the option of using my router table. I'll readily admit to not having used my router for, I don't know, years. So I only have the one router bit. It's more of a flush trim bit really, but it will work for this. That's why I've set it so high. In fact, I might even need to lower it just a tad. The only thing I'm really missing is a fence. Right, if this doesn't not spell disaster, I don't know what to tell you. Might as well have a look at how this one's going to sit there as well. Right. Right, I've got all the hardware I need. Okay, so as you can see, I got one of the hinges in already. I of course did it on camera. I may have forgotten to focus. Like so. Yeah, looks good. And then I need a shim. A thin shim. As you can see, I've made a shim. It's an old saw blade. Take what you got. I've also pushed the backmost drawer entirely into the wall so everything fits neatly, because I figured if it sticks out I won't be able to swing it out all the way. Now it will swing out all the way. Heavy lump though. Yeah, it should work. I'm not gonna let it sit there while I'm off getting my screws though. Sorry about the fog, it will simply have to do. It's cold, it's moist. Right, where was I? I've shimmed it. Ideally I should be on that side. It does look like I should. It does look like I should. I'll stop talking like Popeye now. I should be able to get some room in here. I apologize for the sudden drop in quality right now. New screw, hurry, 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 hurry. Please be one, that's oh god, they're not Phillips heads, oh no, oh no. Drop one, that's bad. Just get this out of the way. I'll remember putting that there. What if I slack you off a little more? There! Alright, that's not too bad. Cap's in the way. Being sure that this won't ever fall out in the next couple of weeks. I'm done. The shimming process worked perfectly. I'm very happy about the turnout of this. It increased my, it's multiplied my storage at least tenfold. Seats in perfectly as well. Might even pop on a little hinge here just to keep it in place, so it doesn't accidentally end up sagging to be constantly here. The last thing that remains now, well, is that, and maybe fastening this guy behind here. 20 new drawers for screws and such. 5 new drawers for slightly bigger things, like stuff and things. That'll self-clearance right out at some point. There, with that done, and the fog building up ever increasingly. Works-ish. Needs work. That's fine, that's fine. Fits in perfectly, like that. I might put on a little clasp on the side here to lock this in place when it's not needed. I'm not sure if I have to go that far. But in case I notice this start like sagging out and hanging, preferring to hang there, I'll just put a clasp on. I'm happy with this. Worked out really well. It's good to have that finished as well so I can get on with the next project, which is something